I'm going to let you in a little secret that you've been led your entire life into a trap by the world, by those around you, even by those who care about you. They've unknowingly led you into the trap of seeking, striving, improving, becoming. And it's all out of this limited idea that there is somewhere we need to get to, someone you need to become, something that you need to achieve. But it's all a lie. It's all misguided. And it's all suffering. Because the one truth that no one tells us is that you are already that. You are already that success. You are already that person. You are already everything that you want, everything that you're looking for. It is already what you are because you came into this world as a whole, infinite, perfect being. And everything that you came to create, all that you intended, the purpose that you wished to fulfill in this life, is actually the realization of who you truly are. Your soul, in incarnating here with the blueprint of your individuality, impressed upon this energetic template, this vibrational geometric pattern that is you, pre-programmed success, pre-programmed calling, a pre-programmed destiny which is instantaneously fulfilled right now through one simple realization that you are that. Because time is an illusion. Space is an illusion. The illusion that your past is somehow dictating your present, which is influencing your future, is all a story here and now. And it all falls away. And the space that is needed to get from here to there also dissolves and falls away in the recognition that there is only this timeless now, this limitless being, this unconditional love and causeless joy that is your true self, that is your higher self. And it is that higher self that is a true simultaneity of all the timelines, all the choices, all the versions of you, all the manifestations, all the possibilities, all the relationships, all the different timelines, all the different possibilities and potentialities of this life are already contained right here and right now. And it is through your frequency that you access any one of these timelines. Because it is this emotional currency of feeling that you surf this moment into the manifestation of the reality that you desire. And it is by virtue of that allowing, that surfing of realities, shifting through timelines, ascending the frequencies of your being, that you allow the manifestation of this moment to be in accordance, in alignment with your soul. And that is the divine realization of all that is here and now as a reflection of what you're being. Because that's just it. You don't get what you want. You don't create with effort. You only manifest what you are. And so what are you being? And in the recognition of your true self, you are being the highest frequency that you have access to because you are your natural true self. And this goes against everything that the world has taught us, thinking that we need to strive and seek and improve and better ourselves, and through time and energy and effort we're going to get somewhere, which is going to earn what we deserve. All of this is limiting belief. All of this is lack-based ideas, which are in direct opposition to who you truly are. And in fact, every time you entertain these ideas, you doubt yourself, you undermine the power of your true self, and therefore limit yourself seemingly to a reality where you need to navigate these limitations. You need to overcome these obstacles. You need to move through a world and other people and their opinions, and you need to conform to a set of rules. But all of this is untrue when you let go and detach yourself from the world of limitation and open yourself up to the possibilities of your own potential as that higher self, here and now. Because again, time is unreal. It is an experience, it is an illusion that you generate depending on your frequency. And the state of being that you're in, as we all know, bends time. It shapes our perception of this experience of time. And that's why we have this beautiful, sort of cliched knowing that when you are present, time becomes malleable. That's why we often say, where did the time go? When you're immersed in the moment, it's as if it accelerates or stops. It's as if everything slows down. Whatever it is that you're doing becomes your sole focus, your sole perception. And not only from your soul, but as the singular point of attention. And what happens when you bring that singular focus of your attention, which is that primordial quality of yourself, which is attention itself, awareness itself, consciousness, and you point it back onto itself? What happens is that your natural frequency becomes prominent, and it starts to emanate effortlessly, and it starts to become apparent by those around you, and it starts to become noticed and felt, and it starts to bleed into your reality, and it starts to attract everything that's for you effortlessly. And then effort is not needed. Struggle is but a distant memory. And all of this striving and seeking are seen to be nonsensical. Because how can you arrive? How can you get to anywhere other than here? It is all already within you. And it is through aligning with that natural frequency of who you truly are that you unlock the path of least resistance within this three-dimensional experience of reality to be all that it's meant to be, as a pure joy, as the unfolding of the unconditional love that you are. And yes, it will show you where you're still attached, where you're still buying into limitation, where you're still doubting yourself and disbelieving in all that you are and the power that that is. But that's a part of the beautiful journey of experiencing all the facets of yourself, all the nooks and crannies of what you've identified as. And even that becomes like play. It becomes a game of frequencies, a game of vibrations, a game of identities, a game of realities. And all of it is beautiful, it's colorful, it's playful, it's a fun game. When you loosen up and open up and lighten up and allow yourself to be guided by that inner truth of knowing that you're already that. This entire life experience has been but a mirage, a display of the consciousness, of the configuration of your mind that has been the beliefs that you've held, the thoughts that you've grasped, the feelings that you've been unwilling to let go of. But in the moment of recognizing your pure and true I am, you are free. Immediately, instantaneously, and totally free. And it is in that moment that the highest frequency that you are becomes available. And that becomes like a black hole, which attracts to you energy, manifestation, relationships, synchronicities, opportunities, appearances, all various forms in this three-dimensional display, this hologram of your own mind, which is but a mirror to your frequency. And that's the good news, is that you don't need to do anything to raise your frequency except let go of all that's interfering with your natural, innate frequency of your true self. And inbuilt in that is an emotional guidance system so intelligent that it would blow your mind. So much so that you don't need the mind. You don't need to utilize the mind to think through, to figure out, to try to plan ahead. You simply need to be receptive with the deeper sixth sense of your intuition, of your soul, a deep listening from somewhere beyond the mind, which is a direct recognition of that destiny unfolding. And when you can act on that inspiration, then not only are you on the path of least resistance, but you access that least effortful, energetic wave that carries you effortlessly into the highest reality, which is in alignment with that frequency. And you already know this. You already understand everything that I'm saying. It's simply a matter of remembering and believing and trusting again. Because this is the way of your true self. And this is the guidance of your higher self. And this is the unfolding of the divine plan of your individual blueprint, which you cannot escape. You cannot deviate from it. You can resist it. You can seem to delay it. But it is already done. It is already what you are. And so, will you give yourself permission to open up and to allow it to unfold? Not in the way that your mind wants it to, not in the way that your ego expects it to, but in the way that it is meant to. In the way that you, the real you, intended it to. And that is but a choice. And it is made with your conviction. And it is done in the frequency of your true higher self, in the recognition that you are already that.